We have another superstar in the NBA. There's really no other way to put it. Trae Young has emerged more than any other player in this postseason as a legit superstar, and it is the second time in my career that I've been this kind of dead wrong.
So far to begin the year, Trae Young has put up monster numbers, and this should be to no one's surprise. If you guys watched any of the playoffs last year, you guys know Trae Young has been a monster. Now, I wanted to make a build not only like a play shot, but I wanted to kind of show Trae Young's game. He's not just a three-point shooter. He's not just a facilitator. He can finish around the rim. He can still pass the ball, and he can create his own shot. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I have made a three-point playmaker on NBA 2K22, but it's not how you expect it. But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to show you guys this brand new build that I've had. You guys can see it's just a rebirth, and I don't have a lot of badges on it yet, but I'm going to go ahead and show you what the build is. It is a three-point playmaker. I'm going to show you guys some of the stats. You guys can see the close shot's really good. The driving layup is upgraded because Trae Young has an amazing flow game. Still a really good three-point shot. Can hit the mid-range. Good pass accuracy. Can still get, Derrick Rose once we get to 96 overall. Pretty decent defense. Good steal. And it's just a little bit of a different build than a play shot that you would traditionally see. Here are the badges that I have right now. Like I said, I've only played at the park with this since rebirth. The best thing about this is Trae Young, like I mentioned, he can finish around the rim. So we're going to get like fearless finisher, some teardrops. We could probably do limitless takeoff. I don't know if that actually helps your layups with floaters. We're going to find out. But we got like acrobat. We can throw in giant slayer. So I feel like this build with a high driving layup and some of these badges, I think we can hit some pretty nice layups in the paint and finish around the rim and catch people off guard. We've got 21 shooting badges total, but right now I only have 12, and this is what I was using in most of the clips. I didn't have really a lot of hot zones because I just started playing on the build. So really stop and pop and sniper and blinders were the best badges I could use. And then playmaking, of course, I just have these right now. We have 16 of these, so it's pretty solid. Again, like I said, I wanted to make a build that wasn't just a play shot, a 6'1", 6'2" play shot. I wanted to have some finishing. I still wanted to be able to get good playmaking badges. And after the patch, I think you don't really need Hall of Fame playmaking. And then defensively, we kind of play off ball majority of the time, but we got pick dodger, interceptor, just in case we have to switch onto the ball and guard ball. Intimidator, we have 5, so some people might say that's a little too much for Trae Young, but I think 5 is probably perfect. So for my dribble moves, this is what I'm using right now. The only thing that I'm going to change up once I hit 96 overall and get that 85 ball control is going to be using Derrick Rose. But pretty much everything else is going to stay the same. I've got Larry Bird, moving hezzy, Jimmy Butler. I really like that one after the patch. You get a really nice little hezzy. You can still run the same way. And then, like I said, everything else is going to stay the same. The only thing that's going to change, if you guys have 85 ball control, just change Dwayne Wade and use Derrick Rose. Also, another one that's really not that bad if you guys are looking for dribble styles, I would recommend maybe Paul George. Quick and Paul George are actually really solid, so if you guys want to try Paul George, use that too. And everything else, like the dribble pull-up that you guys saw, I didn't have circus threes or even hot zones for that matter, and I was hitting a lot of those off-dribble threes, so go ahead and use Trae Young, spin jumper Trae Young. For some reason, I know a lot of people like using Steph Curry, but this year, Trae Young probably has the cleanest off-dribble shot. And if you guys are watching this video, I'm going to give you the jump shot as well. This is the jump shot that I use pretty much on every single build. Jump shot 3, Rudy Gay, Damian Lillard. And the blending is going to be max speed, 70-30. It's a quick shot and it's super good. So I'm going to show you guys how to make this build. If you do want to see this at 99 overall, max badges and all that, make sure you go ahead and drop a like. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to try doing like teardroppers and stuff. Once we get all these badges maxed out, finish around the rim, just play different than the majority of people. So I'm going to show you guys how to make the build. Let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, guys, I'm going to show you how to make this Trae Young build. Obviously, you want to be a point guard, right-handed if you want to make it like Trae Young. But the pie chart that we're going to be using is this mostly green, a little bit of blue pie chart. I like this because your tendencies change as well. You have more tendencies to hit driving layups and stuff like that. You have a very high driving layup. If you want to do driving dunks, you could do that too. But like I said, I'm doing this more so for a Trae Young build. So some of those like standing layups around the paint, or even like I think reverse shots help with close shot too. So we're gonna have a 92 close shot, good driving layup. The 3-point shot's still there, good ball handling. So I think this is going to be the best pie chart for a Trae Young type of build. And since we don't have Hall of Fame playmaking, we're going to go ahead and do the speed pie chart. So to upgrade it, we're going to go ahead and max out our close shot and driving layup. Trae Young obviously doesn't dunk, so we're not going to touch that. But to get more badges, we're going to go ahead and upgrade our post hook to a 78. And that's going to give us 14. And like I said, we're going to have gold finishing badges. So we're going to get like acrobat, teardrop, stuff like that to actually be able to finish around the rim. So we're not that much of a liability to only shoot threes. Now to get the 3-point playmaker name, we're going to go ahead and just put our mid-range to a 75. You don't have to have the highest mid-range in this year's game to be able to hit consistently anyway. But we're going to max out the free throw too, and then put a little bit onto the post fade just so we can get 21 shooting. Now Trae Young's a really good passer too. And like I said, I didn't want to make a play shot, but I still wanted to be able to play make and speed boost and all that. So max out your pass accuracy, max out the ball handle. Then we're gonna take our post control to a 44. And you guys can see I have 15 playmaking, but in the beginning I had 16. I always throw that +1 onto builds like this to playmaking. I think that's probably one of the most valuable ones that you can do, especially if you don't have that in the Hall of Fame category. So if you guys, have any preference, I would really just put that +1 for hitting 39 if you guys hit it onto playmaking. And then defensively, we're going to be kind of decent, even though we're going to be kind of short. We're going to throw on perimeter defense, lateral quickness, our steal as well. You can get those off-ball steals in the lanes. And then everything else, we're going to throw onto our defensive rebound, which is actually kind of high. But Trae Young does average a pretty decent amount of rebounds this year. And then we're going to throw the rest onto our offensive rebounding. So we'll have 14, 21, 15, and 5. Pretty solid, and I'm really interested to see how this build's going to finish. I know I said that a lot, but this is really going to change how this build plays and how it compares to other play shots. We're going to go solid. We went 6'2". You could go 6'1". I think if you go 6'1", you get a little bit more speed. And if you want the Derrick Rose right off the bat, definitely go 6'1", but I wanted to go 6'2" just to change it up a little bit. We went to 172 pounds, and then we brought this down to a 75.8. So you guys can see, even if you go minimum, you're not going to get that 85 ball control off bat, but we went to 75.8. Even if you go max, you can still get this, I believe, at 98 overall if you want like Derrick Rose and stuff like that. But since we don't have Hall of Fame playmaking, I want the best ball handle that we can really get on this build, and it's going to be at 75.8. You guys can see all the different takeovers that we get to choose. I really like shot creating takeover. I know sharpshooting is probably one of the better ones, but this is going to give us a +10 to our ball handle once we get takeover. So I think that's worth having, and you can still fade and hit threes and stuff like that. And as you guys can see, we've got the 3-point playmaker, and one of the first shades is Trae Young. But let me know what you guys think of the build. I'm actually really excited to try this out. I had a lot of people telling me I was slasher made and just went for contact dunks and rim rate when I did have a 3. So this build kind of forces me to play a little bit different, and I've actually been enjoying it. So if you want to see this build at 99 overall, make sure you drop a like and let me know. But if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and check out one of these videos. And until next time, it's been your boy Dignify, and I'm out. Peace.